What's up, guys? Glad to have you back again. If you're new here, you're highly welcome. My name is Esther, and here on my channel I talk about relationship, faith and marriage. Today I'm going to be sharing my personal story of my pregnancy journeys of my 2 children. Okay, the reason why I'm sharing this is for people who are still single or people who are expecting their own babies. I know, and I definitely know that you're going to pick a thing or two. Yes, I understand that pregnancies are different and unique. It doesn't happen maybe the first, even if you have had 6 children, it doesn't most times happen the same way. So I oblige you to pay attention, follow through, and I know you're going to pick a thing or two. And I'm also going to be sharing the part or the role my husband played while I was pregnant. So before I start talking about the pregnancy journey, as a single girl, I had seen some people do some things when they are pregnant, and I'll tell myself, no, I can't do that. I won't do that when I get pregnant. Okay, so pregnancy is not a curse. I think you should understand that pregnancy is not a disease. It doesn't mean that you're handicapped and all that. That's my belief. Okay, so then we actually planned after marriage that we are going to give ourselves like 1 year before we start getting pregnant. Okay, we weren't ready at the time. Okay, that's what we told ourselves, like my husband, like we discussed it. Okay, but something happened. Like 5 months gone, I found out I was pregnant, and really a lot of things changed for us when I found out I was pregnant. Number one was we wanted to move out of Enugu at the time because we felt things were not going so very well for us at the time. But when my husband heard that I was pregnant, the whole plan changed. He said he didn't think it was wise enough, or personally I even think it's his intuition. He said he wasn't going to leave Enugu until I give birth. Okay, so that's how our plan of moving or relocating changed. So when he got that, he was at that place. He was in Abuja at the time. That's where we were planning on relocating to. So I was alone. I just found out that I was expecting my period at the time. So because I used this calendar and it is always close to perfect. So well, I didn't say the day. I didn't say the next day, the 3rd day, right? So I got to buy the strip and checked. As per novice now, I bought one. So I didn't know how it was. Just I've read how you should look out for it and how it should work. So I bought the strip, and when I had to urinate and dip it, I now was confused. I saw 2 lines, but I felt it's possible that the strip had 1 line. So now I'm confused. So I had to go out again to buy 2 more. So now it was very sure when I found out that it is appearing 2 lines. I now confirmed, whoa, I am pregnant. Because being the kind of person I am, I just kept it to myself, continued my normal journey, like my normal day's activity and all that. So I was hoping that, okay, my husband should come back so I could do tada, look at what happened. Well, whenever we talk, it was seeming like he's moving his journey or he's not coming back anytime soon. And I said, why are you waiting? Just tell him the whole story, let him know. So when I told him, okay baby, I have something to tell you, he now said, well, I told him I'm pregnant. He now said, oh. So later on he started telling me that when I told him the news, he was driving his friend's car, they were going somewhere. He packed, he had to clear and pack. The reason was that we didn't have so much then. Okay, so you know how you're thinking as a man, Kai, are you ready to bring a child here? And he was really bothered. Okay, and he really had to start thinking about it. And he always tells me that what maybe he got from the situation was that he has 9 months to plan. So that was what gave him ginger and the morale to, okay, take it, oh, this is good news, let's rejoice. Okay, so he came back and we started. So 4 months gone and nothing was happening to me. I had flat stomach. I was still doing my normal days routine, like nothing changed. I was still going to work and all that. In fact, I got worried because nothing is happening to me. Alright, nothing. Like, I don't know how to explain it, nothing. And I told my husband, nothing is happening to me. Are you sure I'm pregnant? That kind of thing. So he now said, okay, let's go and do a scan. So that's how we went to do a scan for the first time at 4 months, just to be sure there's something in my stomach. Seriously. So when we went there, they saw it. They said, oh, there's a baby there, and they explained everything to us. So when he came back, he started reminding me of some things I said when I was still a single. I said that whenever I get pregnant, I'm not going to be, in quotes, feel handicapped, feel like it's a disease or a sickness. That's what I told him. Meanwhile, I had forgotten. So he started reminding me that was what I said. And I said it's true. So that was how my journey went throughout my first pregnancy. Okay, I will post some pictures at the end to see. I know I've lost a lot of pictures along the way, but I still saw some. I'm going to post it. Like, the only thing that changed literally was, okay, the first pregnancy, my nose was a little bit bigger. Okay, then my stomach was big. Finished. I was really fine. I was really a cute pregnant mom at the time. Okay, so I was still going to work, come the time I'm meant to come, do what I have to do. In fact, you know how people will be like, no, you're pregnant, you shouldn't carry this. And I'm like, leave me alone, I'll carry it and do what I want to do. Okay, so let me share one of the things that really helped me build up this faith, build up these beliefs concerning pregnancy. Okay, are you ready? So the name of this book is The Supernatural Childbirth. Okay, so this is one of the books that really helped me as a single. Yeah, I finished reading the book for the first time as a single. Okay, then when I got pregnant again, I started reading it. I read it. Like, if you can't, I had some marks, I had some markers written all over it, my pointers, things that really touched me. Plans is scattered around in the book. Okay, so I really had a lot of it. Can you see it there? Scattered. I used highlighter in the book a lot. The prayers, I prayed them like judiciously. I really took our time to read this book. Okay, this is a story of a woman who looked out for a child for a while. Later on, God blessed her with 4 children, 4 kids. So she really narrated her story from this book. I know when you tell people about some things or their belief, they'll be like, no, they'll feel like you are neglecting the people who've passed through, in quote, the being handicapped and all that. I understand the place of science, but I understand also the place of God. Okay, so, and I understand the place of belief. What do you really believe? Okay, I've heard miracles of people who didn't have children who gave birth to children. I've heard different testimonies. It's depending on what you believe as a woman first, before maybe as a couple or as a family. All right, you have to, as a woman, know that you are the one, in quotes, carrying this body. You know, you are the one wearing this shoe. You have to tell yourself what you really want. I told myself as a choosing, I'm not going to do this, and it happened. Okay, so based on not just saying it, I had backings. I believed in things that because people had shared it, I knew since it happened to this person, it's going to happen to me too. So even whilst it was time for me to deliver, all right, so that one I'm going to talk about it later on. But when labor came for my first baby, I was in school, and my mom at the time she was really not available. So I just told my colleague in school at the time, I told her that I'm having this thing that is doing me like this. She now said it's like contraction. Of course, she was really following through. She's like, it's contraction, I should start timing it and all that. And I timed it. I was telling her it's 5 minutes. She now said that she can't tell my madam so that I will go home. So I now told my madam. She now said, are you sure? Because I was just standing there. She now said, I now said yes. Okay. She now said, okay, call your husband so you can go. So I called my husband and he came and took me home. Alright, so being my first pregnancy, I had that mixed feeling. So the baby is coming and all that. And my bags were already packed. And I called my mom. Or my mom said when I get home I should drink hot tea, I should take my bath, that she was like not closed, but she's coming back. So when she came back, she told me I should chill a little bit before we start going to do it. And I told her no, they told us in the class that if you start having contractions, you should start coming to the hospital. That was my first pregnancy, guys. So she now said calm down, you not started contracting, you should calm down. I told her no, let's go to the hospital, So she now all of us entered car, we started going to the hospital. So that's how I stayed in the hospital. Like really, I not started contracting. Like it is not so much. They just told me to sit and walk around. So we're just busy walking around. So at some point, maybe like 4 or 5 hours later, they told me I should come in and now lie down. That's how I laid down, and it was time to give birth, and the child came. Right. So I'll be talking about the delivery and then in an entire video because it's really another gist. Okay, for the second baby, Sobe, the same thing. Okay, so after I've weaned Jide at 1 year, my husband said he was done, he's not giving birth again. I said no. So we was ready to have another baby, right? So to really, like, I think it was the month that Jide turned 1 year. That's when I took him again for Sobe. I think I know when. Okay. So that's when we took him for Sobe, and we continued like that. Nothing was missing, nothing broken, super strong, up and about, doing what I have to do, and it was going. So the first pregnancy, I was just having contractions first. So, but in the second pregnancy, I had my water break first. Okay, I was like, whoa, just and I know I remember telling God that please, I don't want my water to break maybe on the bed or somewhere that it will now be yucky. So one morning, and of course I was always an early riser, so I was just awake sitting on the floor in the room. I remember that the I was just sitting there resting. Before I know what was happening, I just felt like I weed on myself, and I was like, no. As I carried myself, entered the toilet, it was closed, but I just entered. Like, whoa, what just happened? So I just got my pad and inserted, and if I know, something again poured out again. Like, okay, this has changed. So it was around 6. I didn't even tell my husband then. I think I called my mom. I called my mom. I told her mom that my water has broken up. I said, yeah, you know how Nigerian moms can behave. And she started shouting, yeah. Okay, take your bath. You've packed your bags. I said yes. Okay. So she now said that she started going around and all that. So it was I think around 7. I now came to the study. I told my husband, see, like the baby is coming. My water broke. So and all that. And he now said, okay, what should he do and all that. And I said, no, nothing to worry about. He should just go about his normal day's journey. So it was very early that day. So he now went out. All right, till I now called and called the hospital, and they were asking me how was it with me. I told them. They now said, since your water had broken, and they think I should start coming to the hospital so that I won't get infected and all that. So that was the reason why I said. And before then, I had walked around. And you see the kind of walk, I was just walking around my streets. I just go up and down. Okay, so I told my mom that, see, the hospital people say I should come because my water had broken. So that I won't get infected. And I said fine. So that we now got to the hospital, and they kept us in a special room. So Momsi was there, my husband was there, we were all gisting, and I was eating like somebody that I was eating so much that day. Everybody was, what do you want to eat? I'll eat. God, I ate plenty. Alright. So shortly after then, the contraction now intensified, and Momsi was there. At some point I had to poo, alright, and I told my husband to be there. He was watching me. So another thing I did was I recorded all the prayers in this book on my phone, and I had the earpiece in my ear. So I literally crammed the prayers. So as they were saying it, I was saying it with them. Okay, because the truth is that fear is one thing that makes most women, even before they enter the labor room, they've maybe either lost the baby or have complication. Fear in itself. So I don't want that situation where I'm afraid of anything. All right, I understand that I've done this before, but in fact I was more conscious the second time, and it was easier the second time. So it took maybe less than 2 minutes for the baby to come out the second time. Okay, but it was a little bit difficult the first time. So I was conscious. I was listening to the prayers. I had it in my ear. I was shouting it. I was screaming, Jesus, help me, okay, and all that. Not out of the place of fear, but I understand the power of confessions and all that. So before I knew it, the woman came and checked, and I was like, whoa, the baby said it's here, and boom, they wheeled me to the TH, and before I knew it, the baby was out. So The reason why I'm sharing this story is to educate or inform or share my story and what happened or what made it, I think, happen the way it did. Number one thing I'm going to be talking about is, what do you say? In any situation you are, what do you say? What do you think about it? All right, yes, it happens in a relationship, it happens in everything. When you get pregnant, what do you say? Who do you listen to? I was conscious of who I listened to from the first pregnancy and the second. In fact, one of my very good friends, she didn't really have a good pregnancy story. All right, so you always, from that her experience, will always try and advise me. So she barely did anything when she was pregnant all through the 9 months. So when she sees me do something, she'll be like, no. I'll now be like, I'll tell her, calm down, nothing's happening to me. So you have to be careful who you listen to or what you say. All those things forms your reality. So don't confess negative, don't do things or say things that will make fear creep into your heart. So I was particular with fear, right? I really fought it with everything I had. So as a young girl or as a woman who is going to give birth or who had given birth also, or who is still going to give birth, you have to be conscious about these things. All right, to really help you a great deal, to really make the work very easy for you. Also, taking this into consideration into every area of our life. It matters what you say, it matters what you confess, it matters who you listen to, it matters what enters into your ears, what you say with your mouth and all that. It will help you jump and pass every form of hurdle or any form of hardship. Even if you are passing through the valley of shadow of death, you will just know that God is with you. But when you don't make the right confessions, when you don't listen to the right things, when you are passing through the valley of shadow of death, you give up, you give into the situation, you do things that will make you regret if you eventually come out of it. So confessions matter. This book has a lot of confessions in it. Has a lot of confession and prayers. All right, the importance of confession. So I don't really take it for granted. Okay, so if you're looking unto God for hoping unto God to give you your own child, I think this book will actually boost your faith. Okay, so you can find it in any bookshop. It's a book that is really practical. In fact, if you're my friend, a younger friend, I think, and you get pregnant, tell you can buy this book and start reading. Okay, it will really help you boost your faith. Some people, they could have mother-in-laws that will come and start telling them to start doing some things, taking some things. But if you already read this book and have internalized it, like you've really eaten the book, like you can really be so strong of yourself, you will not give in to any form of temptation or cajoling of things you know they are wrong in itself. So I encourage you at every point, at any aspect of your life that you think you are suffering, it means that you're lacking knowledge in it. When you get knowledge in anything aspect of your life, you stop making mistakes, you stop having confusions, you stop being ignorant in that situation. So hope you found value in my today's video. Please, if you did, please give me a like button and most importantly, subscribe to my channel. Please, if you have a peculiar story about through your pregnancy journeys, I'd like to hear them. All right, share with me. I would like to hear, so that the rest of the people will stay here and be encouraged. This my video does not negate or tell people who are really not strong during pregnancy that there's not something wrong with them. No, I just feel that sometimes you, at any point of life you find yourself, if your faith level will really help you. Okay, so if you have a little faith, that's what can sustain you at the time. If you've built your faith to have grown, it will really help you when things go wrong. Okay, so at every point in time, just keep on trying to improve your faith, improve your life, improve your knowledge, and you also stop being ignorant in some things. So I love to hear your stories and in any way, and till I come your way again, just click on here or here. There's another video. I will see you in the next video. Thank you. Bye.